I think you're talking about George Foreman.
Venice Lewis.
Yeah, but I think you're talking about George Foreman.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Not Evander Holyfield.
It's just fuck it. But man, let's fucking start this shit already. But before we even get into like the fucking like nitty gritty of like this fucking episode, I guess I gonna since you and I were film students.
Time to start the rant.
Yeah, truly, we started off already kind of fucking buzzed anyway, so might as well fucking put our rant hat on. So, if you recall, man, we're in a class called Cine 410, I think, Cinema 410.
Graduate writing class.
Yeah, so it's the GWAR, and one of the main fucking arguments after we watched Paris is Burning, about drag queens in New York in the 80s. We started talking.
I think drag queens is an outdated term, bro. I want you to use the proper vernacular.
I don't know what the fucking proper vernacular is. I don't know what the proper vernacular is.
Nobody does.
So, I'm just gonna say drag queens, but like, so the argument was that like, if you're not from a certain race, like you can't direct a movie based on like, I guess, that certain movie. So somebody argued that you couldn't, like, if you were trying to make a movie about like a black community, you can't be like white or anything other than a black person.
Anything other than black.
And I strongly detest to that, insanely detest to that, because this is gonna sound like a fucking artsy fartsy shit, but I really don't give a fuck because we're filmmakers. Like, the whole thing is
air quotes.
Yeah, right, air quotes. But I'm not gonna let someone fucking tell me that, bruh, dude, no, you're Mexican, so you cannot make any movie that deals with other cultures besides Mexican culture. Like, that just to me is fucking dumb.
Bro, dude, what if you're transracial though? I mean, totally defeats the argument, the world we live in.
Right. I mean,
like, I'm a whitey, if you guys didn't know, but what if I identify as black or Mexican? Then can I do that shit?
I mean, good for you, dude. Seriously, like
breaking the boundaries, using logic against irrational thoughts.
Sure. I mean, yeah, for sure. But like the whole thing is like, I remember speaking about it, and it's just people get really pent up about it. I don't think you should be telling anyone what they can or cannot make. I think that's some bullshit fucking logic on anyone's part. It's
silly. It's fucking art. Anyone can fucking do it.
Right, and I mean, that's how it should be. That's how I think it always has been. It's like something that is so. I feel it's if you like common sense. If you don't just say, if you're a director or if you're a screenwriter, you are allowed to make whatever you want. Like, whatever it is you want. I'm not gonna, if your story is not up to par to what I think your like potential is, then that's your fucking fault. But I'm not gonna immediately go say like, oh, this is a black movie made by a white director. Like, that's not my first fucking thought whenever I walk into a theater,
I mean, yeah, like the movie we watched, like, wasn't even clear that this, like, everything brought up after the fact was total nonsense. The fact that she was a white woman who was fucking a lesbian who grew up in a wealthy family, that's fucking nonsense, bro. Who cares? Who cares what the background of that person is? What matters is the content of their fucking film. Like, you and I would have had no fucking clue who directed that film and what their background was if we weren't fucking told about it.
Otherwise
it's just some woman's name that you have no idea who she is, and who gives a shit?
Like, that's my point. Like, I think, like, for just going based off of that, like, who's to say, like, who makes these fucking rules? Like, it's just like what is that thing called? Like the the court of like.
Court of public opinion.
Yeah, like that's that's fucking dumb, dude. Because I mean, I remember our professor. I'm not even gonna name names, but like our professor.
She's not a professor. Let's
okay,
get that
whatever.
First of all, she's a lecturer.
Okay, lecturer, whatever, lecturer. She's a lecturer.
To be a professor, you have to get a PhD. Just saying.
Okay, granted. All right, you got me there. But like, but like, she was like, whenever I go into a movie, I'm always gonna put things like to race. Like,
always think about race.
Always gonna think about race, unless that movie has to deal with race, I think that's like a not a good mindset to go into any movie. Is like if you go into a movie and the first thing you think of is, I hope this fills my fucking agenda, because if this fucking doesn't fill my agenda, I'm going to boycott this movie or just write a shitty review about it because it misrepresented. And like that movie could be totally awesome, like Oscar worthy, thematically brilliant, all this other shit. But like just because it didn't fit someone's fucking quota, we're gonna be like no.
It's people getting angry for no reason. Like, dude, just enjoy the shit. You know my opinion of movies, like or films, whatever you want to call them. Like, one, they gotta entertain. If you aren't entertained, it's a bad film. And two, they gotta make you feel something. You know, good or bad, whatever you feel. If you feel something at the end of the movie, it's done its job.
I agree. It just for me, like I don't think that should be. It goes both ways, because I certainly wouldn't want to be. Like I wouldn't want to win. Like something like an award or something just because I'm a Latino man. The same way I wouldn't want someone to say, well, we gotta hire you because you're a Latino man. We have to fill our quota, dude.
It degrades your ability. And
right.
Begs the question of, well, is he getting hired because he's good at his job, or is he getting hired because he's a fucking Mexican?
Well,
like,
yeah, well,
or because he's a fucking white person, like.
And it becomes almost a slippery slope where it's like, okay, well, if we're gonna be so uptight about if the director's let's say for Dallas Buyers Club, I'm pretty sure the director wasn't a.
He's a Frenchman.
I don't think he was.
Jean-Marc Vallée.
Was he gay? Is he gay?
I don't think he's gay.
So
I mean, I have no fucking clue. I know he's a Frenchie.
I mean, but like, I don't know if he's gay. But like, should that constitute him not being able to write?
Or like him, like he has to have HIV in order to like make a movie about HIV positive people in the late 80s, like
yeah, right,
and late 70s. I forget when it was.
And then it becomes like, okay, like how we spoke when we spoke with a classmate of ours. We were like, okay, so does that mean Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu doesn't get to make like movies like The Revenant because he has no idea how the shit went down. He has no idea of like the Native Americans, about the Arikara or.
I mean, he wasn't a fucking like a hunter, like so. So is he not allowed to make a film then? Like I get you, bro.
Well, you see, like, yeah,
because we're rational people, we understand how silly it is to say that only people of this particular background are allowed to make a film about that same particular background. It's silly. It's like saying Martin Scorsese can only make fucking films about Italian fucking mobsters.
Right.
I mean, he's not a mobster, but he's a fucking Italian. And everyone fucking knows he's Italian. Does that mean he's not allowed to make Silence, which is about Portuguese fucking missionaries in Japan?
Right,
Fuck
so...
no, bro.
Yeah, and like, that's where it becomes kind of scary, in my opinion, where, like, you're barring creativity. You're barring it. And it goes to show... This might be a little bit, a little bit on a tangent, but, like... I don't know if you remember when like the Ghostbusters movie was gonna come out, the newer one.
Yeah, bro, it was last year.
All
women cast.
Right,
bro,
and
that narrative.
And that's the thing. They said all women cast. They were making it seem like it was like a revolutionary film. And let's just put politics aside for a second. That movie, I haven't seen it, but like what I've read is majority of people fucking hate that movie. And then when you heard of the like, well, when Annihilation came out, like that movie had a $40 million budget, and it's still.
Well, I had no fucking clue, but there's no way he's making that $40
million. It didn't make it back. It didn't make it back, and I'm just speaking based off of because of what I saw it already. So, Like, once again, I went into that movie and the first thing did not go in there saying, wow, an all women cast. I went in there thinking, this movie looks fucking dope. It's Alex Garland who made Ex Machina, probably one of the best science fiction movies of like the past 10 years.
Red.
but
That's just great. It's 5 out of 10, bro.
It really is. So like when
Carl Urban, bro.
I'm the law. I'm the law. But
great line, quotable as fuck.
But like this movie, I know you haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna spoil anything. But it's just like this movie has an incredibly intelligent cast of women, and like just to the fact that like we pushed the Ghostbusters movie, but we didn't push Annihilation, which by the way is also an adaptation of a very original science fiction like novel.
I had no clue.
It kind of pisses you off. And it's because of that. Because I'm also not saying like, okay, there shouldn't be like movies made by black directors or Mexican directors or women directors. That's not what I'm saying. It's just you got to be consistent with this shit. Where like
it's got to be based on ability.
Yeah, and
ability and creative vision.
Right.
You know, if you have an idea for something and you're not that particular race or color or creed or whatever, doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to make it.
And I agree with you. I mean, it just seems kind of like I said, man. It just has to be consistent because I guarantee you that if Black Panther came out like 3 years ago, no one would have given a shit. Just like the same, like I guarantee you, 90% of like the U.S. population has no idea what the fuck Moonlight is. Yeah. Like I understand the best argument I can get from someone who's refuting how Black Panther is being this like phenomena is that it's good to have like black children look up to something, and I'm like, fine, cool, totally fine. But when you start labeling this as like some insanely cultural political movement, I think it's dumb. I think
it's a fucking superhero movie,
bro. It is at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's fucking mindless entertainment with motherfuckers doing their fucking action sequences and shit with their one-liners. Stupid jokes. I mean, that's what it is. It's not a culturally important film.
Right.
Granted, like they have their majority black cast, but like it's not like it's the first film to do that. Maybe it's the first big budget film to do that.
And that's where like again
that shouldn't be the selling point. The selling point should be
it's a Marvel movie. Like it's for everyone.
Yeah, that's what it really is.
Right.
That's why Marvel movies are
made
cookie cutter cutouts because they want to make as much money as possible and not piss anybody off.
Right. So, I mean, you could I have like fucking no problem with any of these things. The problem arises when people exaggerate, and they exaggerate and they exaggerate, and like it becomes almost infuriating because you see, like. I'm gonna fucking sound like a goddamn elitist. But it's like, Annihilation, Ghostbusters. You fucking weigh them out. And it's like, Paul Feig, Alex Garland. Same shit. Fucking Barry Jenkins, Ryan Coogler. Albeit Ryan Coogler's great, but his movie, him directing a blockbuster was really bad.
Black Panther is significantly his worst film he's made.
It's probably his worst film to date. And I'll give it to him because he's probably never been used to like directing a blockbuster, but it was not good. But going off that, like for me, I think if for any like film student or just like aspiring filmmaker, like you should do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like I didn't want to hit a serious note right away, but like this has just been a
fucking
problem.
Buzzkill, bro. Bringing my fucking drunkenness now.
I know, dude. I'm sorry, but we had to hit the fucking real heartstrings right now, okay?
Straight?
Just we don't know fucking fun times. This is the sad times, dude. We're not friends anymore. This isn't single serving friends.
Sad out of 10, bro.
But like seriously though, like I think people should be able to make whatever the fuck they want, and then be ready to be critiqued. Like
totally agree, bro. People just need to stop being petty. Most of the critiques we get nowadays are because the times we live in.
Yep.
We live in the Emperor Trump regime, bro, and fucking
Sith Lord Trump.
Sith Lord Trump, bro. Fucking Emperor Snoke. Fucking and our hyper PC culture and, you know, the fucking identity politics and shit. Like, everyone just needs to calm down, take a deep breath, drink a little rum, you know.
And watch a movie.
Captain Morgan's your friend, bro. Just relax and enjoy the entertainment.
For real. Amen. Amen to that. Go make a fucking movie. Go watch whatever movie you want.
Fucking drink to that, bro.
I really don't give a shit, but what has been going through my mind this entire fucking week. So
I can tell, dude. Starting off on a serious fucking note, bro. But that's cool. That's alright, man. Yeah.
Well, fuck it, man. What about you? What's been on your mind?
I don't know, dude. Nothing serious, dude. Just watch fucking sports and shit, dude. NBA playoffs starting this weekend.
Sports, dude. Speaking of which, well, actually, first of all, for all you people who actually heard the first episode, thank you.
Dude, fuck you, bro. I don't know why you're not tuning in.
Because we only made one.
Yeah.
Fucking one.
We made one. We made one. Fucking college students.
We made one, but do you know what? There's a fucking accomplishment to be fucking celebrated because we made a podcast that was longer than Peter Jackson's fucking Lord of the Rings movie.
Longer than my entire life.
Just 3.5 hours.
Like, fuck, dude.
But no, but fucking thank you for all of those who didn't fucking listen. Well, fuck you too then, I guess. Just some fucking bullshit.
Dude, just fuck everyone. If you listen, dude, fuck you, bro. If you didn't listen, fuck you too. I mean...
Just gonna fucking say fuck all the time now. Fuck. Fuck all of you.
Dude, fuck it, dude. I mean, you know, it's like being a little kid again.
Yeah, for real, fuck.
But, I mean, we got off track, you know.
For real.
Talk about NBA playoffs.
We're gonna talk about sports with my fellow weeb, Alex.
Alright. Alright, bro. Alright, so, I'm gonna start off with a personal note, bro. My Wizards, bro, very disappointed in the second half of their season. I get it. You know, John Wall got hurt. I understand, you know, his knee surgery. He's a fucking punk-ass bitch. But I get it. You know, your boy, Bradley Beal, played all 82 games. Very happy about that, because that man has always struggled with injuries for his first 4 or 5 years. I forget how many years he's in. But he played all 82. Inconsistent, but good. So they're going against the Raptors in the first round. I'm hopeful, but they're the 8 seed, and they're going against the 1 seed, and that is never good. In basketball, at least, it's never good. If this was fucking March Madness, bro, I'd be ecstatic.
Just going for the underdog every time.
Loyola Chicago, bro. But I don't know, dude. I really want to pick them in the first round, but I don't know. I think it's gonna go 6 or 7 games, but the Raptors have a deep fucking bench. They have good fucking players. I don't know, dude.
Well, let me ask you something. I'm not a huge NBA follower. You basically got me into it by kicking my ass on 2K.
Fucking 2K, bro.
2K.
2K God, bro. You want a challenge, bro? Hit me up.
It's like every white guy is fucking Kevin Love or Gordon Hayward.
It's because those are the only white guys in the NBA.
Well, you can't forget Marcin.
Marcin Gortat's
March
Polish, bro. Dude, are Polish people white?
Yeah, they're white. I mean, Marcin Gortity.
They used to be Jewish, but not anymore. They kind of got thrown in the ovens, but.
Well, whatever it is. But what I was gonna ask you was since you're you're an avid Washington Wizard fan, what do you think? What went wrong?
John Wall being hurt.
Really? I thought there was a span where Bradley Beal and the Wizards were pretty bombing.
So I think on the whole, when their team is healthy, this team is a lot better than they were last year. Last year they were a higher seed. I believe they were the 4 seed, but they did good, but not great. This year the John Wall injury hurt them a lot. He missed half the season. He only played 41 games. I like it. It's consistency. They have a problem with consistency. So when they're really good, they'll get up a good 20 spot on the opposing team in the first 2 quarters. And
right.
They'll be chilling. And then they'll lay back and they'll relax in the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter. And they'll just let the team come back and they'll fucking lose in the 4th quarter. My biggest key for the Wizards this offseason and for the future is John Wall and Bradley Beal need to show up in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
There are several games that I watched with John Wall healthy because he came back for the last like 4 or 5 games, something like that, maybe 10 games, and they just wouldn't show up in the fourth quarter. They wouldn't take a lot of shots. They'd miss the shots that they took, and it would pretty much be up to, you know, not the Scrubbinis, but because I have a little more respect for
just fucking love that
respect for everyone else on the team to call them Scrubbinis.
I just fucking love that word, Scrubini.
So, like Otto Porter, he's I think their unsung hero. I think he needs to be the fourth quarter threat because he finished in the top 10 in 3-point percentage in the entire NBA, which is something considering how good 3-point shooting is. But my biggest thing is fourth quarter scoring.
Right.
The superstars need to take over in that time. You can't leave it up to Thomas Satoransky or Tim Frazier or Markieff Morris or Marcin Gortat. I love Polish Hammer, but like
Marcin Gortat.
He's not gonna be your fourth quarter option, bro. Like John Wall, you need to take over. You need to score when you need to score. You need to make intelligent passes out to Bradley Beal. You need to let Bradley Beal handle the ball in the fourth quarter as well. And you need to learn how to play off the ball. And you need to hit Otto Porter when he's open because he'll always be open on the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bradley Beal and John Wall command so much respect from the defense that you forget about Otto Porter. Otto Porter, dude, when he was drafted, my immediate comparison was this dude is going to be a Durant caliber player. And in some rights he is with his efficiency stats. He's a very efficient defender. He's a very efficient offensive player. But he just lacks aggression.
Right.
So, I'm hopeful. I think if any 8 seed has a chance to beat a 1 seed, I have a feeling the Wizards could do it. I would much prefer them playing Boston Celtics because they're vulnerable and they have a weak bench.
Not Toronto, though. Huh?
But Toronto's got a strong bench, good coaching. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry are fucking tearing it up. They're a great duo. But I think the series is going to go at least 6 games, if not 7, and the Wizards are going to give them a good run. I'm not definitively going to say they're going to make it, but I think it's going to be very interesting.
Well, because, like, I mean, I'm not...
Sorry for the long-winded fucking, shit. Beginning, middle, end.
I already had my rant, bro, so you deserved yours. But, like, I think, since I'm not very, like, knowledgeable with this shit, I think we should just... I mean, I'd like to hear your predictions of who the fuck is going to make it to, like, the next round, obviously. Not who's going to win it all, because I think that's a little bit too far-fetched already.
Alright, bro. So, I'm going to start with the East, because, I feel like I know the East a little better. Alright, so I'm going to start with Raptors-Wizards, 1 seed versus 8 seed. I think the Wizards have a legit chance to pull out in 7.
Yeah?
John Wall is healthy, and he's been resting, and the game that he pulled off against the Celtics, bro, he had 29 points, and he had 14 assists.
Okay.
If he shows up like that consistently in the playoffs, I'm not saying that he needs to have that. He can have, 20 and 10 to be efficient, but I think in 7, the Wizards are gonna take that. And then the next is Cavs, Pacers. Cavs, easy. I mean, the Cavs are weak this year. They're the weakest they've been.
It's age,
years.
bro. It's just age.
It was age. Age is still a factor, but they've gotten younger. They've gotten faster, but
Larry Nance.
Larry Punk ass bitch, dude. Larry Nance is a bitch. Fight me, bro. I'm here, bro. San Francisco, California. You want to come out here, bro? I'll throw some hands. But the Cavs, dude. I mean, the Pacers don't have it. Like they've done good without Paul George, but they just don't have the firepower to defeat the Cavs. LeBron James is still one of the greatest players in basketball right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets the respect he deserves, but he always gets forgotten because he's just so good consistently.
Right.
So Cavs are definitely going to take that. Sixers Heat. Sixers. I mean, I think the Sixers are the most vulnerable top 3 seed. They just got youth. They got youth, and I respect that. But youth doesn't take you far in the playoffs. Experience does. Experience
just fucking
and veterans takes you far in the playoffs. I don't care if they're the number 1 seed. Sixers are vulnerable. They aren't the number 1 seed, but even if they were,
they'd be still pretty vulnerable.
Ben Simmons is good, but he's vulnerable. Joel Embiid's hurt right now. He might come back. I mean, he's going to come back. But I don't think they have the depth. the youth is a problem, but I think they're gonna overcome the Heat. The Heat they're just not a complete enough team. Like, I don't even know how they pulled out the 6th seed. I respect it. They took advantage of the Wizards and the Bucks, who were
Slipping
for sure. Especially the Wizards. The Wizards were slipping mightily. Celtics, Bucks, bro. Celtics all day.
all day.
I'm sorry,
Giannis.
If Giannis wants to win this series, bro, he's gonna have to put up 59.
The fucking Greek god Giannis.
God
damn it. I mean,
motherfucking Kratos out there,
bro, dude. Just like for the just first of all, like shout out to your roommate Kevin, our boy dude, Kevin.
Our R.I.P. Kevin. I'm sorry, dude. The Heat are not doing it.
Fuck the fucking Heat. I'm honestly just rooting for the fucking Sixers, so I don't have to do with Kevin.
I think it's gonna be. I didn't give you my odds, so I'm gonna go back and Cavs. I think the Cavs are gonna. I think it's gonna be a 5-game series.
I can see that.
Sixers Heat. I think it's gonna be another 5-game series. Like I don't. The Heat will probably put up a good fight in all those games. They probably won't get blown out, but the Sixers are gonna take that, and then Celtics Bucks again. Giannis is gonna have to really show up in order to make it trouble. The Celtics aren't great right now. They don't have Kyrie. They got Horford. They got Jason Tatum, but I think this one's gonna be a 6 or 7 game series. It's gonna be a grind fest, but I think ultimately the Celtics are gonna take it.
For sure. All right. What about the West, bro?
The West, again, I think the 1-8 seeds in the NBA are like the most vulnerable games this entire in almost NBA history.
Mm.
I think that the T-Wolves have a very good chance at dethroning the Rockets. If you look at the history of Chris Paul and James Harden in the playoffs, both those guys are not good in the playoffs. James Harden got embarrassed last year. Chris Paul has gotten embarrassed multiple times as a Clipper. Every year he was a Clipper, he got bounced in the first round. It's just, everyone knows that those guys don't really show up in the playoffs, and that's what I'm betting on. So I think the T-Wolves and the Rockets are going to go 8 games. 8 games don't exist in the fucking NBA. It's nonsense.
You fucking idiot.
I think that one's going to go 7 games. Both 1v8 seeds are going to go 7 games. But I think the Rockets are going to edge out the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are slightly too young. Mm-hmm. Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns need another year in order to produce their superstardom. Jimmy Butler's a bona fide superstar. That man had knee surgery and he only missed 17 games. That man is my hero. If you ever want a really depressing story but a great story, look up Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
That man had a hard life and nothing but respect for that man.
The dude's fucking war of the Jimmies, bro.
That man's my fucking hero.
Fucking Jimmy Haddon and Jimmy Butler.
So I think the Rockets are just barely gonna edge him out.
I think they're gonna edge him out too.
In 7 games. But I think the T-Wolves next year are going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think if Jimmy Butler didn't get hurt, they would have been easy 4 or 5 seed.
It's been a long time coming to be honest.
13 years, dude. I'm so happy for them. They've just been mediocrity for all those years. They've been trying to get good, and they got Andrew Wiggins, and then they got Karl Anthony Towns. They traded for Jimmy Butler, bro.
Mediocre. Yeah. Okay. Next one is the Thunder and the Jazz.
Next one's Thunder Jazz, dude. I think the Thunder suck ass, dude.
They suck really bad.
Dude, I'm surprised they got up to the 4th seed, but dude, Carmelo's old. It saddens me to say this, dude, but he just doesn't have the firepower that he used to. He's missing open shots that he shouldn't miss. Dude, Russell Westbrook is the greediest player in the NBA. That man only plays for stats. And, that's another man that I openly invite, bro. If you want to throw hands, bro, come at me. Cause
San Francisco, SFSU.
San Francisco, bro, come at me, find me. I'm willing to throw hands, bro. I don't care if you're 6'3", bro. You're a fucking pussy. You think you're fucking hard, bro? You're a stat whore, dude. Not even LeBron is a stat whore, bro. LeBron legitimately wants to win, and this isn't coming from a man who hates LeBron.
Okay, granted, so...
I think the Jazz are not a great team, but with what they've had this year, they've had, I think, the best season besides the Raptors that they could have had.
That's interesting because the only Jazz guy I know, he's in the Celtics now. and he broke his fucking
Gordon.
He broke his fucking leg.
First game too. First fucking game.
I mean, is he gonna be ready for the fucking? Or is he out for the entire season?
Fuck. Nah, dude, they're gonna rest him, especially with the Kyrie injury. The Celtics are just gonna swallow this year, and hopefully they're gonna try for next year.
That's such a fucking shame, dude. Because I love me some Gordon.
I do too, dude. I mean, very handsome man.
He is a handsome man.
Very good player too.
Like no homo.
Kyrie's a bitch though. Fucking flat earther, motherfucker.
Flat earther. But okay.
But I think the Jazz are gonna take that in 5 games. I think the Thunder are gonna edge out the first game, and everyone's gonna be hailing the Thunder as like, wow, dude, they're gonna make a run this year, and like.
I think it's gonna be closer than people think, though.
It's just not, dude. Really, you think it's close?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty close. I think, just based off my fucking caveman knowledge of basketball.
I mean, they do have Paul George. I'll give him that, but I mean, Paul George seems definitely like second fiddle on the team, like to Westbrook.
Well, cause like, oh man, fuck it, I'm gonna sound like a goddamn idiot. I don't give a fuck anymore. But what I'm saying is like with like the Jazz, I mean, I don't know, dude. I feel like just because even though Russ is a stat whore, I still think he is a force to be reckoned with.
But my thing is, he still doesn't show up in the playoffs.
Yeah, he definitely
like
is unproven.
He didn't really show up in the playoffs last year, and that was troublesome because if he's your best player, you want him to show up. And
he's no Michael Jordan.
No one is.
no one fucking.
You go 6-0 in the finals, bro. You're a legend forever. That's why LeBron will never be fucking better than Mike.
Because he's already lost 2?
Different two.
2 or 3.
He's lost 4.
Oh, Jesus.
I believe so. Fact check me in the comments.
Comments, yeah, dude.
Fact check in the chat. I'm gonna move on unless you got some more to say about the Jazz.
Nope.
Thunder. Blazers Pelicans, bro. If the Blazers didn't have to go up, spoiler warning, I think the Warriors are gonna win the next one. But if the Blazers didn't have to go up against the Warriors, they would be in the Western Conference Finals.
I believe it, yeah.
The Blazers are a force to be reckoned with. Their backcourt is so fucking good. They got shafted last year by playing the Warriors in the first round.
They really did, dude. They really did.
But this year they're playing the Pelicans. Pelicans are not great. I mean, Anthony Davis is gonna show up. That man.
The fuck you talking about? They got Boogie.
The fuck unibrow.
They got Boogie.
Boogie with that 20 CL.
They got fucking Boogie.
He's gonna show up on the crutches.
He's gonna beat the refs up.
Oh, dude.
Shit.
But Damian Lillard, bro, doesn't get enough respect. CJ McCollum doesn't get enough respect with how good they are at 3-point shooting. They are a legit threat to. I mean, the Warriors are vulnerable this year.
They really are, dude. The injuries have plagued them.
I think the Warriors' toughest challenge. I think the Warriors are going to be in the finals again, easy. I mean, unfortunately, I hate to say that. I'm not a Warriors fan.
Fucking evil empire, dude.
They're probably going to win the championship again, too, logically speaking. But I think their toughest road is going to be the Blazers. The Blazers are probably going to go 6 games with the Pelicans.
Probably.
If the Pelicans had DeMarcus Cousins, I would say they had a chance to go 7, but not a great chance to go 7. I think they're still missing. You know, they've got Drew Holiday at the point, but I think they're missing another superstar to take them over the top. But the Blazers and their 3-point ability and their scoring, I think they have a legitimate chance, and they have the camaraderie, and they have the chip on their shoulder. If anyone is going to dethrone the Warriors, it's going to be the Blazers. As insane as that sounds, everyone thinks the Rockets are going to do it. No. I don't think the Rockets are going to do it. I think the Rockets are going to be a flash in the pan. They don't have that proven winnability in the playoffs, and I'm not betting on them, but I would put my money on the Blazers being a challenge. And then moving. I mean, do you have anything to add to that shit? Because I was just going to move on to the Warriors Spurs.
No, bro, this is your floor. I mean, again, shout out to the roommate Jack.
Yeah,
the homie Jack.
R.I.P. Jack.
R.I.P. Jack.
If you're out there, bro.
I really hope you did listen, because like now
the Dame, bro.
We're giving the Dame.
This is the fucking episode to listen to. Dude, shout out to Oakland too, bro. Dame's got that for you guys. The Warriors don't got Oakland, bro. The Warriors are leaving Oakland.
They are, and they're still keeping the name Golden State.
But Dame got Oakland.
Dame got Oakland. But on to the next one, yeah.
And then Warriors Spurs, bro. Warriors easy. I think the Warriors are gonna sweep the Spurs. Kawhi he's not gonna play again. He's a head case. He's gonna leave the Spurs.
Dude.
And Greg Popovich is one of the greatest coaches of all time. I'll give him that. But like, they do not have anybody to match.
I'm just
the Warriors' firepower. Even if the Warriors don't have Steph Curry or
Clay or Kevin.
Clay's back, but if they don't have Kevin Durant, I think it's still easy money.
I'm so tired of watching the fucking Spurs and the fucking. I'm just so tired of fucking watching the fucking Warriors and the Spurs. Like it's such a typical game you expect now. Like I don't know, dude. Like I mean, my brother's like a huge fucking fan of this team, but I'm just not on board, bro. I don't want to be a bandwagoner. That's pretty much as petty as it fucking sounds. Like I just don't want to be a fucking bandwagoner, and that's the main reason why I'm like, hey, if they made it and they're the only California team to make it, which based off the fucking like the bracket, it looks like it. But other than that, like I'm just trying to be rational here. But yeah, honestly, I'm although I am tired of like the fucking like the matchup between the Spurs and like the Warriors. I'm just really excited to see ZZ Spatula like
take out some more superstars, bro.
So, yeah,
dirtiest player in the game.
He's basically, I don't even know where he's from.
Dude, nobody does.
I see like. I'm just
fucking Kazakhstan.
I'm just assuming he looks kind of Armenian, so like I'm just gonna assume he's.
There aren't any Armenian basketball players.
ZZ Special is, but who knows? He's like the what's the guy from Duke? The guy who trips people all the time and kicks them in the balls or whatever. Fucking that white kid from Duke.
Dude, I have no idea what fucking Duke
shit.
is.
He's notorious for being dirty. I forgot his name. Fuck it. Someone. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. But it's just I'm so.
Minus me.
Yeah. Just fucking disrespect. But
that's okay.
I'm so excited to see ZZ Spatula, and I'm really excited to see JaVale McGee, just because he's a bumbling idiot.
Shaq the fool. I hope he's on that shit, bro.
But yeah.
Barbecue chicken. Let's get some barbecue chickens and Shaq going.
But I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to Shaq.
I'm pretty stoked. for the NBA playoffs. We'll just see. Hopefully there's some surprises.
Do you have anybody winning at all? Who was your finals matchup?
To be honest, Dream. If I didn't.
I want you to give me Dream and then give me reality.
Okay, Dream.
I'll give you my Dream and reality.
Okay, Dream. I would love to see the Blazers go up against the Raptors. That'd be beautiful.
I like that.
That
would
be beautiful.
Be nice.
That'd be beautiful. Realistically, though, I think it's probably going to be Warriors and like Raptors probably.
All right, I'll give you mine. All right, so my dream would be, again, Blazers versus Wizards. I feel like that would be a very good matchup of a defense that's in your face and is ready to body your ass in the Wizards. Even though they aren't the greatest defensive team, but they want to show your ass up, bro. They want to hurt you. And then the Blazers 3-point barrage in their offense, and the Wizards can definitely keep up with that offense if they have a good night. And then what my reality is, unfortunately, is going to be the final meeting between the Warriors and Cavs in the finals, with the Warriors taking it again. But I mean, it's the logical conclusion to the.
May God have to fucking mercy on your fucking soul. I fucking hope not.
I hope not too. I want some more interesting competition. I think I would be so down for a Blazers Raptors.
I'd be so down.
I hate the Rockets, and I don't think they're gonna do good. But I would be down for a Rockets final, Rockets Raptors, because those are two totally different systems. One based off of entirely 3-point shooting, and one that is a totally team effort and only team.
Well, when you think about like the finals, I think what sounds for me more interesting is vulnerable team versus vulnerable team.
Yes.
Because like they all have their flaws, But among like even though with their flaws, they still have to find a way to fucking edge them out. With the Warriors and the Cavs, like it's the expectation, LeBron versus Steph again, and you're just like, oh.
This has been the best year of basketball, I believe, in the history of basketball.
I agree.
More people are watching basketball than ever before, and I'm pretty happy with that in some aspects. But they're gonna capitalize on the hype of the Warriors and the hype of the Cavs for one last time and this is gonna be the summer where LeBron finally decides, I've made my mainstay in Cleveland. I brought them a championship. I'm a legend there. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna go somewhere for me, and he's gonna leave this summer. And I believe this is the end of the Warriors dynasty. They're gonna win this final one, and then the team is gonna suffer what I believe is gonna be their fate, which is gonna be Steph Curry is gonna continue with his injury streak. Kevin Durant will always be a snake, and he'll always go to the best team available. I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was going to be this way until he defected for the Warriors.
Right. Smart
business move. I respect the business move, but he's definitely a snake. He has no loyalty. And then Clay's going to play in LA when his contract's up. I believe his contract is up next summer. He's going to go down in Los Angeles, bro. His dad's down there. His dad is a commentator for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are going to get good. He's probably going to finish out his career as a
Laker.
So this is going to be the last year that the Cavs and the Warriors are going to be competing for a title.
Let's fucking hope so, dude.
Oh, I'm so done with them both.
I'm so fucking tired of hearing... Words cannot express how fucking tired I am of hearing... as much as I love Max Kellerman, but like Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith go on about the fucking matchup. I'm so fucking tired of it.
Dude, same.
Like,
I'm so tired.
I'm just so done.
I want to see new teams. That's why I wouldn't be heartbroken, but I would be very sad if the Wizards lost in the first round. Because the team that they have, even though they're an 8 seed, I think it's the best team they've had in years overall. But honestly, the Raptors, I love seeing them good. Like, they're the fucking Canadian team. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry don't really get as much respect as they deserve. They still don't get respect as a 1 seed. And, it would be cool to see them shut up the Cavs. And it would be cool to see them shut up the Warriors, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Not likely, but still a chance. You never fucking know.
Not likely, but one can hope.
One can only fucking hope, dude. Okay, so I guess, football now?
I don't know, dude. I don't have much to say about football besides Reuben Foster.
All right.
And,
it's my this is fucking turn to hit the floor.
Very specific to just you and me, pretty much.
It's my fucking time to shine.
And if you're listening, Esteban, you'll probably get a kick.
Well, first of all, fuck Esteban, because he was a Baltimore Raven, now he's a Ram. Fucking bitch. But
speaking of bitches, dude, you can't even drink right, dude. What the fuck?
Man, dude, I think the alk hit you bad. But you know what? Let's just do this.
Whatever, princess.
Fuck you, dude. You fucking weeb. I'm just gonna fucking put you as my fucking contact as a weeb.
Alright, bro, go ahead. It's not gonna bug you, dude.
Of course it's not gonna bug you, dude. Whatever. But
Mr. Dean's Liz.
We're both Mr. Dean's Liz. We're both good students. We're acting like we're so fucking tough. But just let's try to speed through this, because I'm pretty sure since football season's probably it's in the middle where the fucking boring shit is gonna happen.
It'll be most interesting when the draft happens and post draft stuff.
2 fucking weeks, by the way. But so first of all, I am semi happy with the Niner off season. I'm most disappointed in the fact that they could not acquire a fucking wide receiver.
Ooh, yeah. I totally fucking agree, dude.
I'm so pissed that...
Nothing like having Pierre Garcon and fucking...
Pierre Garcon!
Trent Taylor, who's fucking 5'9". Not really, but he's short. Dude.
He's short, Marquise is short, Pierre's the tallest dude.
But Pierre's fucking 35.
Yeah, and...
That's not good.
And Kyle Juszczyk can't be the number 1 receiver, because he's blocking.
He's fucking fullback, dude.
So, that's pretty bad.
As much as I love Juszczyk, bro. Fucking love you, Juszczyk, dude. Keep making the Pro Bowl, dude. Don't Bruce Miller this.
Harvard alum. It's fucking insane. He's joining Ryan Fitzpatrick as Harvard alum.
Damn, dude.
One is better than the other. Just fucking guess who's better. Is it the juice or is it the fucking beard?
Dude, it's Juszczyk.
But I was pretty happy that they upgraded the line with Weston Richburg. I think getting rid of Daniel Kilgore was pretty fucking smart because he's old. I know that people had some gripe with it because he was finally getting accommodated with Jimmy G. The G stands for fucking God, by the way.
Jimmy God, Garoppolo.
He's not to be in the hype train, bro, but like he's God.
Dude, Joe Montana's not sold, but like
Joe Montana's never sold.
Joe Montana just needs to shut the fuck up.
He's old. He's on the fucking like he does those Skechers commercials.
Yeah, that's all he does. He's not even like a color man. Like Steve Young.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking do anything.
Sorry, Joe, you won 4 Super Bowls, but like, shut the fuck up.
So, happy about that. I was happy that they, as much as it pains me, but like I was pretty happy they moved on from Carlos Hyde, because Carlos Hyde was average at best.
The only thing that I'm sad about with Carlos Hyde is he was the number 1 receiving back in the league.
Right.
And they're gonna miss that totally, because. I mean, the receiver core isn't quite a joke, but is probably one of the weaker links in the league.
Besides Carolina, the Niners' receiving core is pretty fucking weak. So,
but I mean, hopefully they'll draft a back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if it's like 3rd round or later, bro. Anything but Matt Breida. I mean, they signed a back, right?
They signed Jerick McKinnon, and like that's where I was gonna go next. Like, Jerick McKinnon is actually like also a receiving threat. I don't know how good he is with the receiving, but he is considered a receiving threat.
I mean, that's what I want. I mean, I'm not expecting a Carlos Hyde level number 1 in the league in receptions as a fucking running back, but you're going to need that production when your receiver core isn't the best. Like, you need that dual threat where you need to be honest.
He just, I mean, it just fucking makes you sad. He went to Ohio. When he went to Cleveland, he didn't go to Cincinnati. He went to Cleveland.
Bro, dude, he's going back to his rape lands, bro.
Hey,
you know, he got away with it once, bro.
He did.
Got away with it again.
But for real though, like he's gonna go back there, and he's probably gonna play second fiddle to Saquon Barkley.
Yes,
he probably is gonna play second fiddle. So like he already got mega fucked over there. But we're not talking about the fucking Browns because I don't give a shit about the fucking Browns.
It's gonna be bad again.
So that one. Jeremiah Atachu as a defensive end because they got rid of Elvin Zuberville. That's fine, I guess. I'm fine
with that, getting rid of Elvis. That was a good, like, 1-year acquisition.
Super old. But probably the main one everyone wants to fucking know about is like Richard Sherman joining the fucking joining the fucking enemy, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's still like a weird pill to swallow because I remember him talking shit on Crabtree.
Dude, I was cool with that because I never liked Crabtree. You know how I feel about
Crabtree. I never liked Crabtree either, but it was...
that man had hands of stone.
Just the fact that he was wearing the red and gold, and he was like, "Oh, man, don't you ever talk about me. Don't you ever talk about me.
Sorry-ass receiver like Crabtree."
It's like, and then I like how the reporter was like, what were they saying? Who said that? You put me up against a sorry-ass receiver like Crabtree. That's what you get. And now we got that. Now we got him.
Good thing Crabtree's not on that team, bro.
I was hoping that he would stay with the Raiders, but he went to Baltimore. Now we won't be able to see the Richard Sherman Crabtree matchup. But whatever. I think that one's a good acquisition.
I think that's the ultimate sleeper pickup for the Niners. Because if you look at his contract, a lot of people were like, "Bro, dude, you fucked yourself by not like going through your agent and shit." Dude, his contract is littered with incentives. So if he passes his physical and he's all healthy, gets another couple mil. If he plays in a certain amount of games and a certain amount of minutes, he gets another couple mil.
If he makes the Pro Bowl.
If he makes the Pro Bowl, like I think it's a perfect contract for the Niners. I think it's a perfect contract for Richard Sherman because it means he's gonna have to actually try to get his money and.
Well, they're incentivizing him, dude.
The Niners are gonna want to get that production out of him, and it's important that they got a back. A CB because fucking they're weak there.
Right.
Dude. They're weak in their receiver core. They're weak in their fucking cornerbacks.
So build the defense.
Even if Richard Sherman doesn't work out, dude, he's a vet and he can teach the younger guys.
Yep.
And like I'm totally cool with that.
Highly agree. So I know they added some. I know they added somebody else. I think they added what the hell is his name? Fuck, I forgot his fucking name. It was Weston Richburg, Jarek McKinnon, Richard Sherman, um, Jeremiah Tachu. Oh, Jonathan Cooper. Jonathan Cooper from the Cowboys. That one was probably my least favorite because he was considered the worst lineman on the Cowboys.
Dude, I didn't know who that fucking was.
Exactly. So that one's terrible. But I have faith in Kyle Shanahan. I think he'll mold that team to be something good. It's an attitude adjustment for everyone.
Bro, I trust John Lynch and his pickups.
I think John Lynch, even though he's like in our standards, he's an old man, but like he's such a giddy kid in a candy store.
Dude, he's only like 40 something. Like he's very young for a GM.
Right.
And I really like it. I like his ballsiness at this point. His willingness to get players you don't think you want, but you do want.
For sure. So, staying on the topic of the Niners though, like I think their first rounder should absolutely be Tremaine Edmonds. Because the uncertainty, the cloud that hangs over Reuben Foster's head, for those of you who don't fucking know, that Reuben Foster was charged with 3 felony crimes, domestic violence, and also having a high capacity magazine.
He illegally modified his fucking AR to be fully automatic.
Fully automatic.
He's facing 11 years in prison, dude. I was blown away when I saw that figure today.
So yeah, I think that is, if he is charged, we're done with Reuben Foster. Reuben Foster is Dunsky with his career.
Forever,
and
dude.
Unfortunately, that is the saddest thing ever, because the Niners, after Patrick Willis, and my bro Navarro have left, the Niners have been plagued with shit linebackers, whether that be attitude or just ability. Eli Harold, I'm sorry, he's shit. I fucking hate him. I hate his face. I hate him so much. He is so inconsistent. The same thing with Aaron Lynch. Like, he went from being really fucking fast to being a fat dude to being really fucking fast, and then you're just like, fuck, like this is going nowhere.
Like Reuben Foster was their best rookie.
Yeah, and he had potential.
Him and Trent Taylor, I would say, were their best.
I love Trent, dude.
Like they were both very good last year, but fucking Reuben Foster, dude, he was so fucking good. I was so happy they got him. Like Solomon Thomas was their number 1 pick. Like their main first rounder, and then they also got Reuben Foster in the first round.
Yeah. So it went
John
3.
John Lynch's fucking wizard moves, bro. But fucking, god damn it, dude, you just had to be stupid. You couldn't just play football like a normal fucker? You just had to beat up on your girlfriend and have an illegal fucking AR at your home?
It's such a shame. But if it is true, like, if he gets charged, I'm really saddened because he had potential. He tackled like a dumbass, so they were probably going to teach him that. Solomon has some work to do. Eric Armstead needs to fucking go. He's a bust. He's a fucking bust. He needs to go. Jimmy Ward's a bust too, unfortunately.
Jimmy Ward, dude, just always on fucking IR.
So that's really, really shitty. But I think they should go Tremaine Edmonds from VTech. So I think
VTech.
So he needs to be, and if not Tremaine Edmonds, hopefully Denzel Ward or the safety from. Not Minkah Fitzpatrick, because he's going earlier, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, dude, I don't know anybody in the draft, to be honest.
I've been following it pretty steadily.
The only one I know is Saquon Barkley and Sam Darnold.
Well, because those are the top
just because
1 and 2.
Like Sam Darnold's like the asshole, right, from Oklahoma. Right?
Sam Darnold's from USC.
USC, never mind. Like
USC Trojans! It's my fucking favorite NCAA team, dude.
So yeah, it's like 3 people I know in the draft. It's the Oklahoma asshole. It's fucking Sam Darnold. And
Oklahoma's Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, and then it's fucking Sam, and then fucking Saquon.
But yeah,
I mean those quarterbacks gonna be bust. Mark my words, bro. They're both gonna be fucking terrible.
I'll keep that against you, or I'll hold that against
Barkley.
you. But yeah, I think we have some work to do. But now I think I'll just take this moment to shit on the Rams for a little second. I think the Rams are probably going to win the NFC West. probably.
I think they're gonna win it with an 11-5 record.
I think yeah.
I don't think they're gonna handily win it, but they're gonna win it.
I think that's the biggest threat to the Niners. I think the Niners still have the capacity to be a wild carder, but just want to let all you Rams fans. You guys have been signing big name players.
Direct to you, Esteban, bro.
Esteban.
We fucking know that you think you're the hot shit because your Rams fucking are good right now, bro. But we're coming after you, dude.
So I just want to let you know, Esteban Falcon, you fucking.
We know you're listening, bro.
We want you to know, bro, that when it comes time to signing, fucking Aaron Donald, Jared Goff, fucking Ndamukong Suh. If he is good, I will give you guys that. You guys give him a 1-year deal. That's pretty smart. Fucking signing Marcus Peters. Fucking signing all these guys. Todd Gurley. It is gonna be a fat struggle, bro. So I only hope that Sean McVay knows what he's doing. But let's revive this fucking rivalry so we can actually have some entertainment in the NFC West. Fuck the Seahawks.
Seahawks are gonna go 8-8, I think.
Yeah, fuck them.
I don't think they're gonna be terrible, but they're not gonna be great. And then I think the Arizona's just gonna be trash.
Yeah, for sure. So fuck them. Fuck Arizona too. They were very quiet during the offseason, so I hope they do terrible. They got Sam Bradford. He's probably gonna fucking blow his knee again. So
always.
Good luck with that. I think they also picked up Mike Glennon, so fuck him too. And I wish you guys nothing but the absolute fucking worst. So but yeah, man. It's been pretty quiet. So I'll give you that one.
Nothing like fucking radio silence, bro.
I know. Well, you know what? I'll keep this fucking string going.
Little rant. I mean, I want to talk about Tom Brady real quick, dude.
Sure.
I think fucking a lot of people hate Tom Brady. I get it, bro. People hate success. I understand, bro. But fucking Tom Brady is going to have a bounce back year. I think that he's going to win the Super Bowl next year. I think he's going to be a force for the next 3 years, and then he's going to retire. I think he has 2 more championships within him. He's going to blow Montana out of the water with the amount of championships he wins. And then him and Belichick are going to retire after. I give him 3 more years, including this season. So this season and then 2 more after. But he got embarrassed in the Super Bowl.
Well, I think that
by Nick Foles, and respect to Nick Foles, bro. Dude, I'm happy for you. But I mean, Tom Brady don't like the L's, bro, and he's gonna come back next year. And I think the Patriots are definitely gonna be a force. They're not gonna fucking lay down and take that shit again.
I think I have maybe this may be the unpopular opinion, but I think Tom Brady is steadily on the decline.
I mean, he is 40-something years old. I think he's on the decline too, and that's why I think that he only has a few more years left. But I think those final years are going to be quality years.
Without a doubt, I think...
Because if you look at his season last year, his season was great. Except for losing to Nick Foles. My boy.
I just think Philadelphia was hungry. They were not afraid.
They loved being the underdog. I think they cherished that moment, and that's what pushed them through. Mm-hmm. Momentum's a hell of a thing. I mean,
it's a hell of a drug.
The problem with the Patriots is they know they're the shit. They know they're always the team to beat.
Exactly.
So they get complacent. It's like the Cavs, or the Warriors. You get complacent. You know that you are the team to beat, so you're less hungry than a team like the Philadelphia fucking Philly. Or not Phillies. It's baseball, bro.
We haven't got there yet, Alex. God damn it.
But you have Carson Wentz go down late season, and you think everyone's talking shit about Nick Foles and his ability. They're talking shit about the team. No way they're gonna fucking go anywhere. But they use that as fuel, and they love it. And they cherish the moment.
I will openly admit that I thought the Philadelphia Eagles were gonna. I actually had the dream match. I had Jags Saints. And
dude, fuck the Saints.
Realistically, I had the Pat Saints. I still had the Saints going until they fucking blew it. They blew it. I'm talking to you, Marcus Williams.
Oh, dude, I fucking saw that last play live.
You motherfucker.
I lost my shit, dude.
You motherfucker.
That was the only play I saw in the game, and I lost my shit. I just changed over to this channel because I was like, oh, dude, this game's still going, bro. Fuck it. And I saw that last play. I lost my shit. That was one of the craziest moments I've seen live.
I was so pissed because they had it in the bag. All he had to do, by the way, Marcus Williams again. You fucking pussy. You're supposed to wrap up.
He was a rookie, dude. I mean, he was going for that kill, dude.
He was going for that hit stick. He was looking
that fucking Madden hit stick, bro.
But dude, oh my god, I have nightmares about that, and I'm not even a Saints fan, and I have nightmares about that.
Bro, easiest tackle you could have missed. Bro.
I know.
All you had to do was fucking wrap him up, inbound. Even if you pushed him out of bounds, bro. Cool, bro. Then they have to make another spectacular play.
I was really pissed about that.
It was a few months late on this little commentary. But
it was like a Tyson Fury punch to the face. Fucking Gypsy King. The Mac is back. But speaking of Tyson Fury, dude, let's move on to some boxing, yeah?
Alright, bro. I'm cool. I'm done with football, bro. Football's not my fucking forte.
Football is my forte, but it's pretty quiet.
Neither is fucking boxing.
But who cares? Cause like you're getting into it. I've been into it.
It's like fuck it, bro. I can hold my own.
Yeah, so when it comes to baseball, I'm gonna just fucking sit here, sip, and get hella fucked up while you talk.
Might not even get to baseball. I mean, I have a couple light things to talk about.
All right, for sure.
So fuck it, dude. Nobody likes baseball anyways. I know nobody likes baseball besides me. If you like baseball out there, let me know, bro. Hit up a couple Giants games, bro.
Like, follow me, man.
Open fucking invitation, dude. You know? Sound a little desperate right now, but you know,
please,
I can use a couple people go games with. You know, AT&T Park's real nice. You know, throw back to boxing.
But okay, so boxing. Even though I know a shitload of boxing, and like you're starting to get it, we are still a minority as boxing fans because boxing is still
it's lost its speed over the last
it's a slowly
18 years.
It's a slowly dying sport. In fan base.
It's coming back slowly but sure.
Hopefully, yeah. So I just we should probably speak firstly of all about the fucking fight.
Joshua v. Parker?
The big fight that we were all expecting to happen 2 weeks ago, I believe.
I think it was 2 weeks ago at this point.
It was.
Who knows when this fucking podcast is gonna go out? But it was 2 weeks from this point. So
yeah, okay. I know that everyone had it going in Joshua winning. Just the majority of people. I think mainly because Joseph Parker winning is a complete unknown. Mainly because he hasn't fought in the States or in the UK. So, I agreed with many of the analysts that said it was going to be a close enough fight. But, man, that fucking fight was boring, dude.
Dude, I mean, Joshua summed it up in his post-game interview when he said, it would end up being a boxing match. It would end up being technical rather than, a fight. And that was the disappointing part, because people don't want to see a boxing match. I mean, you can intertwine a boxing match with a fight. I mean, you know how I feel about Mike Tyson, bro? You know?
Lennox
Lewis, I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you.
But like that man right there was perfect at mixing fighting with boxing. Does he have the technical skills, but he'd want to take your fucking head off? And Joshua was just way too conservative and like. Also, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that referee was fucking trash.
Yeah.
He was stopping the fight when they were finally throwing combinations at each other.
Coratone or some shit like that. Yeah, he needs to stop.
Like that was. Oh, dude, that made me so fucking
It needs to stop. Papa Bless.
R.I.P. dude, that was the most disappointing fight I've seen.
I think there were, for me, it was super high expectations because I know we watched it was a rerun, but we watched the Vladimir Klitschko v Joshua fight.
That was great.
And Vladimir Klitschko, by the way, is fucking 41, and he was fighting a young stud in London, and it was a phenomenal fight. Arguably the best fight of 2016, I believe. I think it was 2017 actually.
Yeah, I think it was 2017.
So I'll see like so and then you find out that fucking Joseph Parker is actually 2 years younger than fucking Anthony Joshua. It's two young bucks going at it.
Two heavyweights.
Two heavyweights, by the way. Sure.
Undefeated.
Right.
With good knockout ratios.
Absolutely. Sure, Joshua has 2 inches on him and also 4 inches arm length. But you would expect these guys to be fucking throwing bombs, trying to like knock each other out. And albeit I've seen Parker fight before, he is kind of conservative, but he was. It's the same problem that Joshua had. They were both very weary of themselves. They knew that Joseph knew that Joshua was gonna counter, and Anthony knew that if he was on the ropes, Joseph was gonna make him fucking pay.
It was too technical. They were both afraid of throwing combinations because they would have opened themselves up for counter hit. But I think that was the wrong strategy. I think if fucking Parker went at Joshua and brought the fight to him, I think it would have been a more competitive fight. Considering, I have very limited experience watching fucking Anthony Joshua fight. But I don't think he's used to the in-your-face style of boxing.
He really isn't.
Many boxers aren't used to the in-your-face, I'm going to throw hands until you prove that you can, tag me back.
He really isn't.
That would have been a perfect strategy, but instead Parker was just biding his time, and it seemed like he was just like, all right, bro, my only goal, I know I'm going to lose, but my only goal is not to get knocked out. I don't want to.
And that's such a shame. That's such a shame because if that's how it went in, it's so fucking bad. And like I want to just say like I don't hate technical boxing, but when you think heavyweight, you don't fucking think, ooh, I'm a speedster where I'm gonna fucking like hit and then leave. Like leave it to the fucking lightweights to do that.
It's like Mayweather and shit. Like Mayweather's a good technical fighter, I'll give him that.
Yeah,
but at least he'll get some combinations in there and make it entertaining. This fight was, hey, I'll throw a couple jabs and then I'll wait for an opening and then maybe I'll throw a fucking cross in there, or maybe I'll whiff on an uppercut.
No, absolutely.
It's boring, dude. Like, I don't want to see jab fest.
No one did, and that's what was really sad about it. Where I was like, man, I was expecting so much fucking more. And for all of you that don't know, the reason why, in my opinion, Parker lost was that he was fighting on the back foot, and what that means is he was basically only waiting for the counterpunch. He was backing up. That's what it means when it's in the back foot. You're just waiting for the counterpunch. And if you don't, for many that don't know, judges also score pressure, stalking, all of their shit. So like when that shit piles up eventually, I actually had it 114, 113 Parker.
I agree with that.
And I would have been happy with a draw, but the judges didn't see that.
I would have been cool with a split decision in Joshua's favor. I think it was more than fair considering the amount of punches each threw. I mean, that was a pathetic fight overall. Like,
it really was.
Both guys really were looking like they didn't want to get tagged hard.
It really was, yeah.
Rather than like trying. It looked like they were both trying not to lose rather than both of them trying to win.
Yeah, granted it's true. So, like as a good YouTuber said that like, he was hoping that they would both. It didn't matter who won. But at any rate, he wanted whoever won to come out. He wanted both of them to come out still young, hungry, with a bright future. I have to say that they both came out looking like a bunch of fucking pussies, a bunch of 6'4" and 6'6" pussies. Like this is not how I expected to go. Technically it was pretty nice to watch. Sometimes you had these moments of back and forth, but you just didn't get what boxing is about, and that's just, especially heavyweight boxing. Heavyweight is probably one of the most iconic weight classes out there. You expect knockouts, man. You expect knockouts, and as much as I respect technical stuff, leave that to like Vasyl Lomachenko. Leave that to like the small guys who know how to be speedy on their feet and stuff. Because if you even go watch Muhammad Ali, like back in the day, sure he knew how to dodge, but he also fucking would fucking take your head off.
He would control space with his jab, and then he'd make sure that he tagged you though.
Right. So
Like he would get. My biggest thing was he would throw combinations. Like he would get his opening through his jab.
there was no fear.
And yeah, exactly. And like it looks nowadays, or at least with this fight, it looked like you're trying not to get hit rather than you're trying to hit someone.
Right.
Which sucks, dude, because it's a combat sport and there's always that animalistic nature where you're trying to like, all right, fucking kill the guy, dude.
And that's what
I mean, that's what I wanted, dude. 2 heavyweights, bro, dude. Anthony Joshua with his fucking. What was it, 21-0 with 21 knockouts?
Yeah, 20-0 and 20 knockouts. Yeah, he was
like
he was on a roll.
I wanted him to continue that shit, dude. Like he's dude. That's fucking.
He's a yoked Englishman.
That's LeBron James out there boxing.
I'm gonna knock this guy out.
He's so fucking cut, and I just wanted some heads to roll on him. He fucking didn't, dude.
And speaking of which, like, now that Joshua did come out, I don't know if you heard, but like, Alexander Povetkin, who also beat David Price, you know, that fucking scrub that I told you about that got knocked the fuck out, just as I predicted, by the way. 5th round KO. Hilarious. He should go back to being a fucking plumber. But Joshua has to set up a mandatory fight with him. But, again, for all you who don't know, a couple months before this one, we had arguably the fight of the year, so far for me, in Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder.
I don't know if I go that far, but that was a fucking great fight. That was one of those fights where you stop rooting for a single person and you just root for good boxing, because both those guys were throwing hands.
Right.
They both. Luis Ortiz wanted that. He showed a lot of heart going after fucking Deontay Wilder, and Wilder. He seemed timid at times, but he was at least willing to throw hands, and they were willing to trade shots, and that's what heavyweights should do.
Absolutely, and like, I'm not gonna lie, Luis Ortiz, he proved me wrong, because Cubans have a notoriety to be fantastic in the amateurs, but shitty in the pros. So I have to give him props, first of all, to take Deontay's insane amount of fucking power. Like, as much as I hate Deontay Wilder and his stupid style of fighting, he fights like some fucking thug that like has no fucking footwork. He has no balance. He's just swinging, trying to take your head off. No form, no jab, nothing. You saw in the fight, if you go watch it, he does have great heart. I will give him that. But what makes me so terrified of
proved that he had a chance.
Exactly. So like the thing that makes me really worried about like Deontay as a fighter is the fact that like he could be down in the cards for most of the fight. All it takes is one giant right hand and you're fucking done.
But that's where it comes into like the entertaining factor. I hate it. I hate seeing Deontay box because I've seen 2 fights with him.
Embarrassing, bro.
And we watched them both, and it's so fucking shit to see him throw hands because it's so shitty of form. But he's just got so much power that you have to respect it because one punch will put you on your ass. That's one of the reasons why I'm excited for Joshua v. Wilder because both those guys have fucking power, but Joshua's got the form. He's proven that he can be a boxer rather than a fighter, whereas Deontay just seems like he's a fighter. Fuck, dude. I don't want another. I don't want another boxing match. I want to fight.
Well, this is just far off speculation, but I guarantee you that it won't be another Parker Joshua, because I think Deontay, he is looking to take off heads, and Joshua would definitely have to be fucking on his toes.
Wilder definitely got rocked by Luis Ortiz several times, but Luis Ortiz didn't capitalize on it. Where
he was too old.
Those are the openings of a young Joshua to go in there and keep throwing combinations when he's rocked.
Absolutely.
Like that's when you gain confidence, when you see your guys wobbly. Blood in the water, like a shark, dude. You gotta take the opportunities when they come.
Yeah, and I agree. So hopefully Eddie Hearn, who's Joshua's promoter, said that he's hoping for it for this year. I highly doubt it because they just talk shit. That's all they do. They just talk smack.
They talk shit, and like one of them doesn't want to go to fucking
London.
England, and
one of them
the
doesn't
other
want.
Fucking pussy doesn't want to go to fucking America.
Well, I know you don't know, but Eddie Hearn pretty much offered Deontay $12.8 million and
Wow.
Joshua 8.8 million to fight in London. So that is already a 60-40 slice. If he doesn't take it, I consider him a fucking pussy. He's a ducker.
I would fucking take that in a heartbeat.
Take it.
Take it. You're not gonna be on home court, but at least.
And you're gonna have the rematch clause too.
I know that. That's perfect. You know, take your money, win or loss. Right, you're gonna get the 12 million.
Exactly, 12.8.
And then I didn't know there was gonna be a rematch clause, which is perfect, dude. You take that, and then is the rematch clause gonna be in the States or is that
in the States? Probably in the States, probably.
See, that's perfect, dude. That's honestly a no lose situation unless you want to keep your perfect record.
Exactly.
If you want to keep your perfect record, keep cherry picking.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. So, we can only hope. The only other boxing match I'm excited for, I'm excited to see chubby ass Tony Bellew try to beat David Haye again in this upcoming summer, and also and also Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jorge Linares. That was gonna be a great match, but
I'm excited for that one because I know who Lomachenko is.
I'm excited. That one will be technical, but it's so exciting because he's a fucking Matrix, dude.
But you know it's technical because both of them are fucking middleweights, right? Or are they lightweights?
Lightweights. Yeah, lightweights. So we'll see how that goes. I know you don't know much, but I can go on forever about this.
Hold my own, as a casual, dirty casual.
Absolutely. So,
I just want to see two dudes fucking beat the shit out of each other and one get a fucking, see some CTE.
Bro, how can we fucking forget? We gotta talk about my boy Cinnamon Boy, bro. We gotta fucking talk about my boy Canelo. We gotta talk
Dude,
about
I had that written down. I was kind of waiting for that shit to come up because fucking the boy with his fucking tainted Mexican meat, like, dude,
fucking
fucking pathetic.
Dude, we gotta fucking talk about the Cinnamon Wonder, dude. We gotta talk about Mr. Clenbuterol, Mr. Picogram, Mr. fucking Tainted Carne Asada, bro. We gotta fucking talk about it. Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna start with my little rant. Alright, I have no issue with. It depends on the sport. I have no issue with PEDs when it concerns most sports. Besides combat sports. Combat sports, are more dangerous when you have the ability to gain more muscle mass. So I understand the argument that, Canelo and his shit is dangerous to boxing. You already have the risk of head injuries. You already have the risk of CTE and stuff like that. But at the same time, I just don't like his excuses for it. Like, if you're a cheater, own up to that shit, bro. Because you've been caught twice now with the same excuse of, hey, I just had some tainted Mexican meat, bro. That's not going to fly anymore. If maybe you were a scrubini and your shit was, you weren't making millions of dollars, cool, bro, maybe you could use that excuse, but, bro, you keep using that excuse, you're a millionaire, bro, everyone knows you're trying to cheat, and stop making fucking excuses, we know, bro, stop, be transparent, let's go.
And that's a dick punch right there, because, like, he's worth, like, 15 mil, like, without a doubt.
Easy.
So, like, his fucking trainers are butchers. So they know what meat. Not to mention that if they know that there's an epidemic going out there of like clenbuterol tainted meat, stay off the fucking beef. Like, yeah, stay off the fucking beef.
You can get whatever you wanted imported with your money, dude.
Exactly.
Like, you ain't gotta have the fucking poor Mexican fucking meat anymore. You're not a fucking slave. You're not fucking strapped for cash. You're a fucking millionaire boxer, and almost everyone. Dirty casuals know your name, bro. Canelo. Everyone knows Canelo.
Yeah, everyone does. So, like, this big steak fight is insanely... It's fucking bad. And, again, just to work on particulars and technicalities, it's canceled not because the WBC canceled the fight, but because Canelo withdrew. That is a...
I didn't know that.
That is a particular that people should know. It was not canceled because the WBC found Canelo guilty or whatever. It's because Canelo withdrew, which looks even fucking worse.
That looks like, it can be taken two ways. It can be taken as, yeah, I was caught cheating and I don't want to go through with this because my name's going to be dragged through the mud. Or it could be like, hey, I want to withdraw because I don't want any more bad things said about me. And, either way, you can't get over the fact that, hey, you you failed a drug test twice and used the same excuse.
No, without a doubt, yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel good for Triple G, because no matter what, Triple G wins. Any way you shake it, he wins. Like the first fight, it was a split decision draw, right? If I'm not mistaken. Triple G wins because Triple G passed the drug test.
Mm-hmm.
If Triple G fought Canelo again, he wins automatically, bro. Because if Canelo wins, you're like, all right, a cheater won, so it doesn't count as a W. And if Triple G wins, he's a hero, bro. He beat a cheater
exactly
fairly, and
exactly,
and you hail him as a great champion of the sport.
Right. And this is to say from a Canelo fan, like this is very disappointing. I don't really give a fuck, honestly, but just I've been supporting him through thick and thin. I did think he did lose against Canelo. And like I do think that like he fuck, dude, you're too drunk. But
I
like
fucked up on my motor skills, bro. Don't even worry about it. Keep going.
But
bro.
like I just think it looks really terrible that it's just a fucking shitty thing that that this happened, regardless of whether it was the fucking tainted carne asada or whatever. It looks so bad.
It looks bad that it happened multiple times.
Yeah.
If it happened once, I can buy it once, because it's like, all right, dude, I get it. Maybe Mexico isn't 100 with their standards,
Mm-hmm.
but dude, using that excuse multiple times, it's like, dude, come on. We all know you're just trying to get through all this fucking nonsense, and you're just trying to cheat the system.
Yeah, it just looks bad. So.
And also, dude, you are one of the faces of the middleweight division, or is it
middleweight.
You are one of the faces of the middleweight division, and you're gonna do some shit like this.
You just punked everyone, bro.
You're just fucking making boxing less interesting because of this shit. I mean, possibly making it more interesting if you did withdraw from the fight, because then it's cheater versus non-cheater, and that shit is 100% a sellable event. But I mean, I don't know. It just sucks, dude. Like, I'm not a big fan of Canelo. I know with your fucking Mexican heritage and shit, Holmes. That
you fucking racist.
I'm fucking appropriating Mexican culture, bro.
But no, it's definite. I've been watching him ever since he was like a 20-something-year-old, like a 21-year-old or so. So I feel like I've grown up with the fucker. But now just to see him kind of fall, it's a pain in the ass. But regardless, Triple G's still probably gonna fight on May 5th against some fucking nobody.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I hope
Cinco de Drinko, bro. For my white homies out there, man.
Cinco de Drinko.
Trying to appropriate that culture, dog. Drink a little tequila and shit. I wish we were drinking some tequila right now.
I know, we only got rum.
Gotta settle with the Captain and Coke.
Fuck. But, no, that's just how it goes. That's business. Business will move on as always, so...
Yeah, I mean, Canelo's gonna come back from this.
Without a doubt.
In a year, he'll definitely be back from this, and people forget about it.
If they suspend him, probably longer. But
yeah, I mean, but that's if a suspension is.
And that's huge if. So, we'll see.
He still is big money for the league. I mean, he didn't do cocaine like fucking Tyson Fury, so I don't anticipate a suspension.
Fucking Tyson. The Mac is back, baby.
The Gypsy King.
By the way, he is back.
He's
gonna be fighting. I'm so excited. He's gonna be fighting. Probably the fucking plumber David Price. But
I just want to warm up fight with him, to be honest.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do it.
Super sidetrack, but back to Canelo and the shit that's going on with him, bro. Like, dude, you got caught cheating.
Just admit it.
Just admit it. Like, no, dude. My thing is where as an adult, I mean, as a little kid, I used to be like, cheaters, dude. What the fuck, dude? Why would you cheat? That's so dishonest and it taints the game. I get it now, dude. As an adult, I get it. You're trying to get a leg up on your opponent. Just admit it. You got caught trying to be better. You got caught. Just say it and move on. Apologize to your fans. Do the regular bullshit that everyone does, bro.
Right.
It's the standard cookie cutter response, the apology. everyone will accept it and be like, all right, bro.
Well,
We just want Triple G
you're
Canelo,
such a
man.
you're such a beloved figure, so like apologizing would work out better than denying it.
Bro, I mean, I'm pretty sure almost all Mexicans still love Canelo as like a national icon.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I would if I was Mexican. I'd be like, all right, fuck yeah, dude. I don't give a fuck if you cheated, bro. Good on you for trying to get up on that fucking Kazakhstani piece of shit, motherfucker.
But I also love Triple G too.
Dude, I've never seen Triple G fight.
Go watch Triple G fight. It's incredible.
I'm still planning on watching the Canelo OG like Triple G fight.
It's a great fight. It's a good fight. Again, Canelo suffers from back foot-itis.
Right.
He's fighting on the back foot, but he's a great counterpuncher. I'll have to say.
Counterpunching is not a strategy, bro. It's a.
It's not a counter. It's a tool, not a fucking
tool,
not a strategy.
Not a strategy.
Right.
Totally agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, what can you fucking do? Boxing will be boxing. UFC will reign supreme for the next 20 fucking years.
UFC will reign supreme as long as, cheating and fixing is under the table.
Well, that's what UFC has going for it, where it's like it's still so young that it's kind of hard to be corrupt still.
I believe it's only about 20 years old.
Yeah, it has like 2 decades going for it.
I mean, boxing is a fucking storied tradition.
Centuries, or centuries.
Everyone knows that the mafia has gotten in there and fixed matches and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Not games. It's not fucking games, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone knows that. I mean, like you said, UFC is just pretty much in its infancy still, even with its high caliber roster of personalities and shit. It's not quite as lucrative enough yet to fix. It will be soon enough, and I guarantee that within the next handful of years, it will be fixed. Because most major sports are. It just is. It's a business. You want to maximize profits. I get it. I'm not disappointed by that. Sports are a entertainment platform. You're supposed to escape your life and have some fun with it. But it's just not big enough, and that's what's kind of fun about UFC is the unpredictability.
Absolutely. I just for me.
I mean, I'm still a noob at the UFC game.
No, I'm a fat noob, but like, I don't like the rivalry between boxing and UFC because I think they're two different sports.
Oh, dude, they're both entirely different sports, and I think they both have their market.
Absolutely. It's also for me. It's like, I love me some Joe Rogan, but like fuck you, Joe Rogan, for like thinking that like I remember watching a video of him saying like boxing is just these two dudes dance and they just fucking use their hands. Well, no shit.
I mean, that's kind of the point. It's
like no shit, fucktard. Like that's the fucking traditional boxing method. I mean, if boxing is not so not superior, but like if it wasn't so important, why the fuck are you teaching your UFC fighters to strike at all?
Exactly.
So like, not to say that UFC fighters shouldn't get any props, but like that goes within itself like a different aura. You have wrestling, you have striking, you have kicking, which all within itself is really cool. But for me, I am just a very huge traditionalist. I like me some dudes who just want to go all out with hands. I don't need no fucking takedowns or like leg strikes or whatever. I just need me some dudes who just know how to counterpunch, who know how to like bob and weave, good footwork.
Throw a couple combinations,
I'm a huge fan. So like, hopefully one day when we have fucking money, we can go to LA to fucking get like to go watch a boxing match.
It's a nice dream.
Or Vegas, but like, as of now, I am a boxing fan. I don't really give a shit for UFC. That's just the reality of it. And that's probably how it's gonna stay for a while, to be honest.
I mean, honestly, for me, it's apples and oranges. Like, if you want to see some finesse and you want to see some, Joe Rogan using dancing as a negative connotation, but I would use it as a positive one. Mm-hmm. I would say both are chess in a way, but one is a little more fighter oriented. Right. One is about the human brutality. It's more gladiatorial, and I would say that's UFC. The few matches I've seen of UFC have been very intense and very violent. Whereas boxing, the matches I've seen there have been very finesse oriented and very, you know, hey, I have a game plan in mind, and it's less reactionary. It's, I mean, for lack of a better word, you know. But again, apples and oranges. They both have their positives and drawbacks. If you want to see a super violent, as my dad would say, he would say that UFC is more like human cockfighting.
I fucking love it.
Pops, you're right, bro. That shit is.
Props to the pops, dude.
Props to the pops. Let's get that going in the chat, bro.
Yeah, props to the pops.
Like, he's right on with that, because there are some very violent and gory matches that I've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
Goddamn, like, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's fun in its own right, and then boxing is just the classic.
It's just...
There's something very classy about boxing, where you use your feet to just purely move around and weave, and...
Absolutely.
And you're just waiting for that opportunity to
strike.
Whereas UFC is very in your face. You're gonna create your own opportunity to strike. You're gonna take them to the ground. And you're gonna fucking wail on them with some hammer punches until they're fucking dead.
Yep. So I mean, to each his own.
Honestly, that's where at the end of the day, to each his own. But they're both very competitive, very fair sport.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't use fair. They're very fun sports in their own right.
I just think people should stop with the elitism, where it's like, okay, well, I think this is better. It's like, fuck it.
Just enjoy them in their own caliber, to be honest.
Like, if you like watching, like, fucking roundhouses, go watch UFC. If you like watching nasty right hooks, boxing.
Honestly, like, no UFC... The best UFC striker has no match against a decently good striker.
Right.
In boxing.
Right.
Whereas boxing, you're not going to be nearly as good in fucking the
takedowns and
octagon.
shit like that.
You're not going to be able to fucking throw fucking roundhouses, and you're not going to be able to fucking take down and do submissions and shit in UFC. Like, is apples and fucking oranges, dude.
That's just how it goes, bro.
Both of them, I mean, you can compare, like, they're both combat sports, but, I mean, you're going to compare wrestling and kickboxing then, too? I mean,
no.
Those are fucking nonsense sports. Nobody's watching fucking wrestling matches, bro. Don't you fucking kid yourself.
WWE, dude, is that what you're talking about? Fucking Macho Man Randy Savage?
You're going nowhere. Jason, if you're listening, bro, that was for you, dude.
Also, Jason, punk ass bitch for leaving.
R.I.P., dude. Miss you, bro. Come back up soon. Fake ass homies.
Fake ass
Heartbroken.
For real. For real. Well, do you got anything else to add, homie?
I mean, could talk a little bit about the MLB. I mean, I got just very few to say.
Go ahead, man. Adam, because this is the sports episode.
Adam a little bit, bro. I mean, the MLB is in its infancy. It's only been about a week and a half, something like that. And
so how many games have that been though? Like what, 10?
The Giants have played like 10, 10 games, something like that. They're 5-4, I think, or they might be 6-4 after today's game. The dub 7-0 against the Padres. Padres suck ass. So I mean,
fuck the Padres.
How would you feel good about yourself, Giants and Giants fans who are listening? But what I kind of want to talk about is just Major League Baseball is. I hope it's on the up and up. But one of the things I want to see more of, which has happened in the last couple days, is MLB fights. As stupid as that might sound, I think MLB fights are gonna boost the ratings of baseball. I mean, there were three yesterday. There was one between the Rockies and Padres, which was a pretty fair fight. I mean, there were some fists thrown, and I like that. And then there were two in the Yankees versus the Red Sox. Classic rivalry, everyone knows that. And the first benches clearing moment was just a less than tasteful slide at second base, but I mean, I would argue that that's just baseball. You're supposed to make it tough on the shortstop on a double play attempt to fuck up the throw. And then the second one was just some dude got plunked in the back by fucking Joe Kelly or some shit. Fucking and fucking I forget what the Yankee dude's name is, but he charged
Aaron Judge.
Not Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
I don't think Aaron Judge has the testicles to charge them out, even though that man probably fucking ripping fucker's head
like
off.
fucking mind, like just fucking for the sake of it, bro. Like I went to fucking school with Aaron Judge, so I'm actually pretty famous.
No, he's probably on the sophomore slump. Actually, I don't know how his stats are doing.
Well, I mean, I just don't care. I mean, if you go to Linden, the fucking sign is gonna say home of Aaron Judge. So
the legend Aaron Judge, bro.
But continue. Oh, actually, going on the fights, like I saw a video of some dude who was like, I think he was a pitcher.
Was it Nolan Ryan?
He was like, "Let's go." Like he fucking like dropped everything. Was like, "Let's go."
Oh, dude, that's 100% Nolan. Was it an old one?
Sort of. It was.
Is it Texas Ranger?
Yeah. It was.
Dude, it was fucking Nolan Ryan, bro. Nolan Ryan, baddest motherfucker on the planet,
someone retweeted that video, and he just goes, "This guy is like my spirit animal," especially when he says, "Let's go." And he just goes, he knows the guy's charging at him. He just goes.
That man was a fucking bulldog, bro. He'd throw down his fucking glove and he'd fucking taunt your ass,
goes,
bro.
Let's go.
He'd come at your ass. Dude, he has had several fights where he flat out won, bro.
He won that one. The guy came charging after him.
Oh, dude, I know the fight you're talking about, bro. He fucking hammers him, dude. And that's the shit I love about baseball.
UFC and baseball.
Like going back to the Yankee-Boston thing, it's a great rivalry. Giants, Dodgers, and Yankees, Red Sox, those are the greatest rivalries in sports, in my opinion. And fucking what happened yesterday was great, dude. Fucking, the Yankee dude charged fucking, what's his name, Kelly for the Red Sox, and dude, Kelly fucking slipped his fucking, his tackle attempt, and fucking that motherfucker was on the ground. Kelly was slamming on his ass, bro. He was fucking on all fours, bro, and Kelly was slamming on the back of his head and shit. Got suspended 6 games for it.
Shit.
I mean, he's a relief pitcher. It doesn't matter.
I live for the MLB fights, bro.
But, dude, that's what you need. To boost viewership is more MLB fights, dude. It's great.
Get him on the roids.
I love it. I mean...
Get him on the Frank Thomas. Get him on the Frank Thomas diet.
Frank Thomas fucking testosterone diet and shit, but... But it's good, dude. Baseball needs more fire and passion into it. That's what's been lacking over the last couple years, and that's why it's one of the reasons why viewership, I believe, has gone down, is because people lack passion for the sport. If you talk to actual fans of baseball, they love their sport, and they're most baseball fans I talk to and I know are traditionalists, which means they want to keep the game as whole as possible. They want to keep it raw. They want to make sure it's not timed, which is another big issue I have with the commissioner, Rob Manfred. He wants to time it. But, I mean, I think the MLB is on the up and up with the star players that they have. I know you probably don't know who Shohei Ohtani is.
Yeah, of course. The guy from fucking, yeah. Yeah, I know who Ohtani is. He's on my fucking ESPN radar all the time.
Alright. Respect
Ohtani!
Him. Alright, so, Shohei Ohtani is good for the league, bro. He's a pitcher, and he's a defensive player. And he's an...
I thought you were going to say he was a fucking brawler. Fuck yeah.
I wish, dude. I mean, I don't know yet. Hopefully. And he's an offensive player, so he can play in the outfield. I believe he's an outfielder and a pitcher. I believe his position is in the outfield, and that's great for the sport, dude. He's a two-way player, and that's great, dude. There aren't a lot of two-way players in the league, and it's exciting. And I'm happy that hopefully baseball will have a resurgence of interest because of Aaron Judge and not Mike Stanton. He used to be Mike Stanton, but now he's Giancarlo Stanton. I don't know where the fucking name change came from, but changed his fucking name like a fucking little bitch. So I'm hoping for the best. Baseball is in a weird place. I think with NFL ratings down and NBA ratings way up, I think baseball has the ability to squeak into former MLB or former NFL ratings, because I mean, one of the big, controversies was fucking, kneeling for the flag, and baseball players just don't do that. they do not kneel for the flag.
They fight.
They fight. Even the fucking foreigners, the Cubans, the Venezuelans, and the fucking Peruvians.
The Dominicans.
Peruvians don't play fucking baseball. The fucking Dominicans and shit, bro. They fight. They fucking stand for the fucking national anthem, bro. And it's great. Like, I think this year for baseball is gonna be a special year with very fantastic teams. You know, you have the Astros. The Dodgers are struggling right now, but having the Dodgers be good and having the Giants be good and having the Red Sox and the Yankees be good is good for baseball. So, I mean, most of this is just hopefulness for baseball. I mean, I want baseball to be good. I want it to be loved by people. I don't want it to be on the out and out. And the last couple of years, people have been very down on baseball. ESPN has been cutting broadcasts. They've reduced. One of my favorite shows was Baseball Tonight. I would watch Baseball Tonight on a weekly basis. I mean, daily basis, because it was on daily, and now it's only on Sunday nights, and it's a fat disappointment because
shit.
Because I mean, they're adjusting their audience they're adjusting their content for the audience. But I mean, I'm excited. This is just not preseason, but very early in the season. So hopefully it'll be sustained throughout the season. I mean, I'll give you a quick prediction. I mean, I'm hogging the limelight here. I know you're just, baseball layman.
Yeah, I'm a layman, dude.
Yeah, bruh.
Wait, but it's 2018, bro.
It
the
is,
Giants are going to fucking take it.
The Giants are going to take it. Yeah, bro. Mark my words, bro. Giants, put them on Vegas, dog. No, but like conservative estimates, I think the Dodgers are going to win the NL West. I think the Giants are going to be a wild card, and I foresee that the Giants and Dodgers are going to meet in the National League Championship game. I think that's going to be phenomenal for baseball, and I think Boston and the Yankees are going to meet in the AL Championship game. No disrespect to Houston, but I mean, I think World Series fatigue is going to hit in. I mean, right now the Dodgers are feeling it with the World Series fatigue. They're in 4th place. But it's... yeah, fuck the Dodgers, bro.
Fuck Esteban and his LA Rams.
You're
talking about the fucking Dodgers?
Esteban Falcon, bro. We know you're a fucking bandwagoner, bro. Come at me, dog. If you listen this far, bro, come at me, bro. Challenge me.
At me, bro.
And if you want to go to a fucking Giants game, bro, hit me up too, bro. You still haven't.
Shit.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what else to say about baseball besides I'm very hopeful for a resurgence this year. It seems like there are a lot of young, exciting talents, and I think there's a market for baseball to come back.
But bro, it's just the time is now because NFL's going down.
NFL's going down,
and
baseball doesn't have to deal with the politics, and offensive numbers are up, and that's what people want.
Yep, you're right. So
they want offensive numbers up, and they want time of games down. I mean, you're gonna have to have a trade-off because the more offense in a game, the longer the game's gonna be, and the better the pitching means the shorter the game's gonna be. So I mean, you gotta choose between what you want, and
I choose better pitching.
I choose better pitching all day because I love a 1-0, 2-0 game or 2-1 game.
It just shows how close it is.
It's on the edge of the seat. One home run and one runner on base can make the entire difference, especially with the power numbers in baseball. So yeah, dude, like fucking, I love baseball. If you can't tell, like baseball.
No, bro, you went full.
I went full rant for this. However, like 10 minutes.
Bro, dude, how you feel about baseball is how I feel about boxing.
If you motherfuckers turn off, bro, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, bro.
That's just how it goes, bro. That's the thing about sports, man. We just had to do a fucking episode dedicated to fucking sports, dude. Sports
and other shit, bro. Sports and like film politics.
Oh, I totally forgot about that, to be honest.
Honestly, yeah, like
I'm so drunk that I don't give a fuck.
like we started off kind of serious, and then like as the podcast continued,
we're just going like to the non-serious.
Let's just talk about fucking sports, which should be entertainment. If you don't have fun with sports, bro, don't watch fucking sports. All right.
Well, we're the fucking podcast that now is gonna be like challenging Joe Rogan and his fucking show and shit.
Bro,
So.
Joe Rogan and his fucking huge muscles.
Fucking nothing.
Fucking bald head, bro. Fucking higher primate, fucking gear and shit.
We're the up and comers, dude. We have youth on our side, but no money.
Yeah, no money, but a lot of youth and energy.
Yeah.
After coffee.
Shit, dude. Well, do you have anything else to add, bro?
I take a fat piss, but I mean, other than that, I'm fucking done, bro.
Bro, dude. Well, fuck it, man. Well, fuck all of you. Thanks.
Deuces, motherfuckers. You know, hope you have a terrible night. Fuck you.